it's Seth, your Mild Mannered Mage, and we are back with another episode of Breaking Boxes. And we are fresh off of the Magic the Gathering Universes Beyond Avatar, the Last Airbender pre-release. Went and did that Friday at local game store Bazooka Games here in Moore County, North Carolina. And had a pretty good time. Didn't do too great. Managed to place 12th in the event. What can I say? Constructed events like that are not my jam. Not a great, limited deck builder in that event. But still had a great time exploring the new cards and interacting with the folks there at Bazooka Games. If you are in the Moore County area of North Carolina, be sure to check out Bazooka. So while we were there, we did pick up some goodies for our channel for a little box opening action. One of which is the Avatar Commander Bundle, which is pricing right now at roughly about $110. And this comes with a lot of neat stuff. It comes with 9 booster packs, a collector booster, a spinner, a card box, some lands, and then you also get some special art cards from they're special commander cards in Avatar art. So we've got things like Soul Ring, I think I saw it, Teferi's Protection, and then those 5 Ikoria free commander spells like Deadly Rollick, Obscuring Haze, what are the other ones? Deflecting Swat. So lots of good stuff there that we could pull. I think Worldly Tutor is one of those cards. So there's a lot of potentially good value in this box right here. So very excited to be breaking this out for you. So let's go ahead. We're going to crack this bad boy open and let's see what we got. So we got the little pull tab is right here. There we go. A little satisfying rip. And we will get into it. Okay, so this is almost in kind of a fat pack bundle-ish box, and it does come with some art there. We'll drop that back in here, set that over there. So we've got a nice box here for us to check out. So this is pretty art, and it is kind of foily. So it's almost like a gift holiday bundle type art or treatment on here. So got some good things going on here. Okay, so let's get this open. Oh, and this is one of the things that I was kind of excited for. We've got this Avatar spin down life counter instead of your traditional die. Listen to that. Very satisfying clicks. Hopefully that will pick up on the camera, on the microphone. Alright, so we've got our life total set to 40 for the Commander game. Then we've got our punch outs here. And it looks like we've got some of our cards right there. I'm going to put those face down because I think those are some special cards. We will put that aside. And then we will get this stuff opened up. Okay. Too much going on. There we go. Okay. So here is Land Pack. And then we've got our collector booster. I want to put those two together. And we will put those off to the side over here. I want to open those together. And then we've got 9 packs here to get through. And then we've got our collector booster and then those special art cards there. And then here is our land pack. So it's got some foils and some non-foils. I don't know if I'm going to open that right now. How many lands does this come with? Let's see. It says 5 traditional foil and 5 regular art foil. That seems like more. Maybe it's 5 of each. So we'll open that with those. Check all those out. All right. So we've got our life counter. We've got our collector booster with our special art cards and our land pack. We've got 9 packs here. When we get back, we're going to get into this and see if we can't do a little air bending here and get something good out of these packs. So hang tight and we'll be right back. And we are back with another episode of Breaking Boxes. I'm Seth, your Mild Mannered Mage, and we are opening up this box of Avatar: The Last Airbender Commander Bundle. We've already broken open the box. We've got our 9 packs here ready to go. We've got our collector booster plus special art cards set off to the side to be opened later, as well as our land pack here. Before we get into it, be sure to give us a like and subscribe to our channel here on YouTube. And also be sure to turn on your notifications so that you know when the next video drops. Also be sure to check me out on Instagram at Mild Mannered Mage and on the Facebooks at Mild Mannered Mage. And with that, without further ado, we will roll the sleeves up a little bit and get into these 9 packs with pack number 1. Always good when these packs open easy. And these are going to be backwards, I guess? Yeah. So, alright. So we'll put our lands and tokens and everything there. So for our foil, we've got a common Suki Kyoshi Warrior. Pulled them in my pre-release kit. Did a lot of good work. And then right off the bat, we've got one of the rare lands, the Fire Nation Palace. Enters tapped unless you control a basic land. Not too bad. Tap it to add a red mana. Pay a red and 1. Target creature you control gains fire bending 4. So when it attacks, add 4 red mana. That lasts until the end of combat. And then we have a Fire Nation Warship, Knowledge Seeker, Gatherer of the White Lotus, Epic Downfall, and then we get into our commons. Alright, so no multi-rare pack. Pack number 2. Oh, I said that these were easy to open, and this one you give me a hard time. There we go. Got a food token and a dragon. Forest. Sparring dummy. into a Sandbender Scavenger. Whenever you sacrifice another permanent, put a 1/1 counter on this creature, and it's in white-black, so those are your perfect aristocrat sacrificing colors. When this creature dies, you may exile it. When you do, return target creature card with mana value less than or equal to this creature's power from your graveyard to the battlefield. That's really good. So you get this, get the Sandbender Scavengers up really powerful. Then you can return almost any creature from your graveyard. I like that. That's really good. Then we've got Jet's Brainwashing, which was a really fun. This was in my pre-release kit, and I used it a lot, especially with the kicker cost, paying 4 mana to steal a creature from a opponent's board, and then using it to swing out. That was a lot of fun. Then we've got Floopsy, Boomy's Buddy, North Pole Patrol, the Earth Kingdom Protectors, and then into our commons. Alright. Pack number 3. Let's see if this one opens a little easier. A little bit. Still wants to give me a hard time, though. Lots of good ally cards in this set as well. And then on top of some of the other ally things that Magic already has, I think you could make a pretty wicked ally commander deck. So we got our clue token, North Pole Gates. Then a Compassionate Healer. Into the Mechanist Aerial Artisan. Blue and 2 for a human artificer ally. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, make a clue and then tap him until in a turn target artifact token you control becomes a 3/1 construct with flying. That's pretty cool. So you can make all your clues or your treasures, or a clue or a treasure, become a flying 3/1, but you know, there's ways that you can copy that ability so that you can get multiple out of it. So that's pretty handy. And then we've got a Combustion Technique, Return of the Lessons, a Cat Gator, Rockalanche, Soka's Haiku, Callous Inspect. Oh, and then we're into our commons. All right. Not really seeing a lot in these packs in terms of multi-rare. You know, with the play boosters, we're supposed to be able to see some potential multi-rare packs that would, you know, be able to give us some more rares, a potential mythic. So it's kind of disappointing that we're already a couple packs in. We're on pack number 4, and we haven't seen that yet. So maybe we'll see something. Oh, but here is our first mythic with the Rise of Sozin. 6 mana, 2 black and 4. Chapter 1, destroy all creatures. Chapter 2, choose a card name. Search target opponent's graveyard, hand, or library for up to 4 cards with that name and exile them. Then that player shuffles. And then Chapter 3, exile this saga. Return it to the battlefield transformed. And then it transforms into the Fire Lord Sozin Menace, so it can only be blocked by 2 creatures, with Fire Bending 3. And whenever Fire Lord Sozin deals combat damage to a player, you may pay X. When you do, put any number of target creature cards with total mana value X or less from that player's graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. That's pretty neat. So you can steal stuff from people. I like that. Into an Accumulate Wisdom, Momo Playful Pet, Ero's Demonstration, Hama Bloodbender, and then we are into our commons. So we have hit at least our mythic. Or at least a mythic, we'll say. Pack number 5. Another ally. Amashu City is our foil. And then we've got, or no, actually it's a foil land. Then we've got a Waterbending Scroll is our foil. And then Zuko Conflicted. Black and red for a human rogue. At the beginning of your first main phase, choose one that hasn't been chosen, and you lose 2 life. Draw a card, put a 1/1 counter on Zuko, add 1 red mana, or exile him, then return him to the battlefield under an opponent's control. So you're basically passing him around the board. Interesting. So I'm not exactly sure what some good play with him would be, unless you're just trying to keep him there and it's going to be some passive life drain for your opponents. I'm not 100% sure what would be the good thing to do with him. So I'd have to do some research on what some possibilities would be. But finally, on pack number 5, we do have our first multi-rare pack with Spirit Water Revival. 2 blue and 1. As an additional cost to cast this spell, you may waterbend 6. So that means that you tap some artifacts or creatures to help. 1 creature or artifact pays for 1 mana. Draw 2 cards, and if this spell's additional cost was paid, instead shuffle your graveyard into your library, draw 7, and then you have no max hand size for the rest of the game. Okay, so 3 mana for 2 cards, or 3 mana plus waterbending 6. Shuffle your graveyard, draw 7, and shuffle your graveyard into your library, draw 7, no max hand size for the rest of the game. So there are some good things that could allow you to recur your any win cons back into your library, get your combo pieces back. So being able to get those back into your library, that's definitely helpful. Pack number 6. Well, I lied to y'all. These aren't easy to open. Alright. Ballistic Boulder. We've got an island. Wandering Musicians. And then we've got Katara. The Fearless. Bant colors. Blue, white, and green. For a human warrior ally. If a triggered ability of an ally you control triggers, that ability triggers an additional time. Oh, so we've got a Panharmonicon for allies. So that is that could be scary, because there are some allies with some scary abilities. And I think there is a 5-color ally commander that came out, I think, in one of the Zendikar sets. A general something, if I'm remembering correctly. So that could be pretty scary to include Katara in that. So I'd keep an eye out for any ally decks in the near future. So we've got the Fire Navy Trebuchet, Glider Staff, True Ancestry, Energy Bending into our commons. Pack number 7. Well, alright, there we go. Food. We got a forest, treetop freedom fighters, and we've got another mythic, Wan Shi Tong, the Librarian. For a bird spirit, 2 blue and X, flying, flash, vigilance. When Wan Shi Wan Shi Tong enters, put X 1/1 counters on him, then draw half X cards rounded down. And then whenever an opponent searches their library, put a 1/1 counter on Wan Shi Tong and draw a card. I kind of like this because, especially in Commander, there is usually a lot of searching going on. So this would be a good way to refill your hand, dumping some good mana in here, making a nice sizable creature, but then drawing some cards. And then whenever an opponent searches, making Wan Shi Tong a little bit bigger as well. I think there's some good things that you can do with this card, and it being in blue, very easy to put this in a Bant deck or a Simic deck that's going to have Doubling Season or something that's going to double those counters. Oh, and then this is another multi-rare pack. So we've got Ba Sing Se, the land, enters tapped unless you control a basic, adds a green mana, and then you can pay green and 3 to Earthbend 2, making one of your lands into a 2/2 with haste that's still a land. One of the things that I really like about this Earthbending is if the creature does die, the Earthbent land, it gets exiled and then comes back as the land, so you don't lose the land. So to me, that is very important. Then we've got the Price of Freedom, Air Nomad Legacy, if I can talk today, Toph, the Blind Bandit, and then we get into our commons. Pack number 8. Forest, a foil Cat Gator, and then we've got the Last Agni Kai. I am probably butchering the pronunciation on that. Red and 1, target creature you control fights target creature and opponent controls. If the creature the opponent controls is dealt excess damage this way, add that much red mana. Okay, I like that. Until the end of turn, you don't lose unspent red mana as steps and phases end. Okay, so basically you take one of your large creatures, have it fight a smaller creature of an opponent, and then you net whatever that mana or that damage, excess damage is in red mana, and you don't lose it as the steps and phases end. So yeah, so that, excuse me, be a good way to bank some mana for you for a next turn or for your second main phase. So yeah, I really like that. That's pretty cool. And then we've got one of our alt art cards, Shattering Spree. Sorcery, you can replicate it for a red mana. Destroy target artifact. So that looks pretty cool. Very nice. And then we get into a Fire Nation Engineer, Master Pyandao, Zhang the Deserter, and then we get into our commons. All right, and then this is pack number 9, the last pack out of this set of 9. And here we go. Another ally card. Serpent's Pass. First time flyer. Oh, and yet another mythic. So this is like our third mythic, and this is a really good one. The Walls of Ba Sing Se. Defender 030. Other permanents you control have indestructible, and it is an 8 mana wall, and it's a 0/30, and this is just like an Arcades deck right here is wanting this, making you anything that you do damage based off of your butt, and you just want to swing big butts at people. This is the big booty defender right here that you want in that deck. And it is massive. I don't think I've ever seen a creature with this thickness. This is at least 5 C's thick. Oh, excuse me, maybe 6 C's. 6 C's thick. I think you get 1 C for every 5 toughness. So 6 C's thick right here. So that's pretty awesome. That's why the city is named Ba Sing Si. It is the impenetrable city, and I believe it. Into a Master Paku, Lo and Lee, the twin tutors, Uncle Eero, the trusty Boomerang, and then we have our commons. And that is our 9 packs of Avatar: The Last Airbender play boosters. So when we get back, that leaves us with our collector booster and this little goodie bundle right here. So I'm very excited to see what is in these. So hang tight and we'll be right back. And we are back with this episode of Breaking Boxes. I'm Seth, your Mild Mannered Mage, and we are working our way through this Avatar: The Last Airbender Commander Bundle. And so far we have opened up the 9 play boosters and found some pretty good stuff. We've got the Walls of Ba Sing Se, a Shattering Spree, got a couple of the good lands, Katara, the Fearless, the Rise of Sozin. So got some pretty good hits so far, I think. And so left we've got our land pack, our our collector booster, and then our little kind of pack of goodies right here. So let's get into these remaining packs and see what sort of goodness we've got. So let's take a look first at our lands. I mean, because these are just going to be pretty easy. So this is going to be, so we've got some special foils here where we can see Appa and the gang going through the different land types. So we got some full art lands, and then we've got some foil lands, and then doing the same thing, full art, non-foil, which these are just beautiful, and then some just regular lands. Okay, so about what we were expecting to see. And then we have our collector booster. And before we break into this collector booster, be sure to give us a like, give us a subscribe, turn on your notifications so you know when the next video drops. Also, follow me on Instagram because I often post reels there of different things and happenings and where I have been. So check me out there as well. All right, let's get into this pack. So we've got first our token. And then we are getting into Agna Quella. So this is another one of those lands. Comes in tapped unless you have a basic. Taps for a blue, and then you can pay 3, 2 colorless and a blue to draw a card and then discard a card. And this is in the extended art. Very nice. Oh, and then we've got a War Storm Surge. Red and 5. Whenever a creature you control enters, it deals damage equal to its power to any target. So that is a fun hit right there. Into the last of the Agni Kai, which we pulled the regular version of this. Target creature you control fights target creature an opponent's controls. If it deals excess damage, you make that much red, and then it doesn't. You don't lose it as the steps and phases end. Into a Crystalline Armor, and this I believe is from the Jumpstart set of this. So green and 3, enchant creature. Enchanted creature gets +1/+1 for each land you control and has the trample. So great way to make sure some smacking gets through. Great art on that as well. Then we have the Fire Nation Drill. 2 black and 2 for a 6/3 trampling vehicle. When it enters, you may tap it. When you do, destroy target creature with power 4 or less. Pay 1 permanents your opponent's control, lose hexproof and indestructible until end of turn, and then you can crew it for 2. Great way to get around that wall. Then we've got a full art land. Then we've got the Fire Nation attacks. That is Dali Sensor, a Deer Dog, the Meteor Sword, Tundra Tank, Tio the Spirited Guide, Compassionate Healer. All right, and then that is everything from the collector booster. So that one went pretty quick. And then last but not least, we have our fun goodie bundle here, and this could have a couple of different things in it. They did a reprint of Soul Ring. There's a Worldly Tutor that could be in here. Those 5 free commander spells that were originally printed in Ikoria, Deadly Rollick, Obscuring Haze, Deflecting Swat, Fierce Guardianship, and then I can't remember the white one, but it gives Indestructible. So let's get into this. This is going to be fun. Let's see what we got here. And I think this is only available, the cards in this are only available through the Commander bundle, so it'd be fun to see what we got. All right, and we'll keep them we'll flip it over, so we'll go that way. All right, so turning it over in 3, 2, 1, and first card we've got is just an Arcane Signet, which is always a good card for Commander. A little disappointing, not a big power hit or anything. Soul Ring, that's okay. Nice art on it, but not really what I would really want to see here. Then we have Swiftfoot Boots. Again, nice art, not really what I would be hoping for. And then here we go, Uncle Eero with the Worldly Tutor. Search your library for a creature card, reveal it, shuffle it, and put that card on top. Great way to set up your turn, play at the end of your opponent's turn, and then lead right up into your turn. Or if you got a draw spell in hand, play it on your turn, and then go and draw it the next turn. And then last, there we go. That's a nice hit. The Fierce Guardianship. Blue and 2. If you control your commander while you cast this spell, if you control your commander, you may cast this spell without paying its mana cost. Counter target non-creature spell. So great free commander counter spell. Originally printed in the Ikoria commander decks. So there we go. So that is it. That is the complete Avatar, The Last Airbender commander bundle set. We've got all the lands. We went through 9 play boosters packs, a collector booster, plus that special add-on set of, I think there was 5 cards or 6 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. So lots of good stuff in here. So the question is, we paid $110 for this box. Did we get the value out of it. So we'll be putting the highs and lows and everything here so we can see, did we get the value out of this box? In the meantime, I appreciate each and every one of you hanging with me as we made our way through here. Again, don't forget to give us a like, give us a subscribe, turn on notifications so that you know when the next video drops. Check us out on the Instagram. You can check the comment or the description below for a link to all the other social medias. In the meantime, I'm Seth, your Mild Mannered Mage, wishing everybody some happy magicking. Y'all take it easy.